Biggest things to look out for when you book a safari is the location, obviously where you are in the reserve, but more importantly where the camp is situated. On a hill, the chefs come through, they do eggs, bacon, the whole shebang, and then also the staff are here with coffee, which is obviously very necessary early in the mornings. Two is the incredible game viewing that the Masai Mara has to offer. The past 2 weeks that I spent in the Mara was probably the best game viewing I've had in the Masai Mara. All around, super cool. It really works well, and with only 3 people in the vehicle, lots of space for you to move around, and yeah, plenty of room. Hi everybody. Alright, so I'm currently sitting on the banks of the Mara River. You can see the Mara River behind me here, and busy hosting our Great Migration Week alongside Andrew Beck, and this is our second week starting off now. The staff are just busy getting everything ready for the new guests arriving a little bit later this morning. But sort of an idea came up over the last few days on why people would come to the Mara and why specifically to our Wildlife Mara camp. So I thought I want to do a countdown of the top 10 reasons why you should come visit the Wildlife Mara camp. So here are my top 10 reasons why you should come with us on safari in the Mara. Okay, so one of the biggest things to look out for when you book a safari is the location, obviously where you are in the reserve, but more importantly where the camp is situated. So many times, you know, if you're in a good location from a camp point of view, you don't have to drive too far before you find animals, and it also means you can stay out a little bit longer in the evenings. You don't have to drive too far back to camp. Now our Wildlife Mara camp, if we say we're on the banks of the Mara River, we are literally, I don't know, maybe about 20 meters, if that, from the Mara River, and probably as the crow flies, maybe like a kilometer or 2 from the massive crossing point. So that means we all have to be back at camp at about 7 o'clock. We could literally leave there at 10 to 7 and still enjoy phenomenal game viewing, possible crossings and things like that, whereas a lot of the vehicles will have to drive back to the camp a lot earlier. Some of them is maybe an hour and a half or 2 hours to get back to their camp from those crossing points. So very, very important to keep in mind if you're coming to the Mara and one of your bucket list things to see is a river crossing. You can only stack the odds in your favor. You can be close to the river over here, close to the crossing points. It's still not a guarantee you're going to see the crossings, obviously, but over here you've got a much better chance than anywhere else on the Mara to see it. Yeah, let me show you. Here's the river and you'll see where the camp is. Okay, so that's the dining room area. As I said, the guys are just getting ready for the guests coming in a little bit later this morning. And then the dining room goes straight into a lounge. And then that goes into the bar area. If you flip that around, fireplace and a river right behind it. So yeah, if we say we're on the banks of the Mara River, it's literally right there. Okay, now of course with photographic safaris there's always the photographic tuition part, the teaching and the helping and the processing of images whilst we're out on safari. At our wildlife camp here in the Mara, we've got a media tent that is assigned for exactly that, where after game drives we'll download images, we'll help the guests with Lightroom or Photoshop, whichever processing program you use. But it's also then a place where people can charge their laptops, their phones, things like that, and we do have Wi-Fi in the camp as well. So here's a quick look around to give you an idea of what the media tent looks like.
What's the point? It's mud. Yeah, it's mud that he's shaking off. Look at this face.
Okay, now one of my favorite things about the camp are these bucket showers. Have a look at this. So you can have a shower any time of the day. There's water boiling 24/7, so the guys will fill these buckets up for you. Just a simple lever that drops down, and yeah, you're good to go. Showering under the stars out in the open, it really is spectacular. We've also got some amenities. It says like your shower gels and soaps and things like that. So you don't even have to bring any soaps or anything with you. It's all here. Bucket shower, definitely a reason to come visit. Okay, so one of the highlights of the week in the Mara here is the Out of Africa breakfast that we do on one of the mornings. It's spectacular. It's on a hill. The chefs come through, they do eggs, bacon, the whole shebang, and then also the staff are here with coffee, which is obviously very necessary early in the mornings. But I'm going to take you guys just sort of a quick tour around to have a look. As you can see, the view behind me, absolutely phenomenal. So to give you an idea, it's in the northern part of the Mara Triangle, so opposite the side we're at, so it also gives you opportunity to explore new parts of the Mara Triangle. But here's a quick look around at what it looks like. Pascal's got his cooking station ready. Nice. How's it, thank you?
I'm good.
Alright guys, so as you can see behind me, busy having breakfast out in the field, and that's one of the special things about going to our Mara camp. It's extremely flexible, and every morning we'll take breakfast out with us under a tree overlooking the plains of the Mara. It is simply spectacular. So maximizing our time out in the field. If there's another incredible sighting, then we would then drive or have lunch brought to us. If there's nothing happening, we'll go out back to camp, maybe head out a little bit earlier. So times are very flexible, and with people having their own vehicle, you can decide what you want to do in your vehicle. You can stay out the whole day if you want, or return to camp a little bit earlier. It just makes it so convenient to have that flexibility that we have. Okay, so a big draw card for us is the exclusivity that we use when we're in camp. Only 12 guests that stay in the camp for the week, and that will then get split in 4 vehicles, so 3 guests per vehicle. There will be 2 facilitators, 2 wildlife guides that will then rotate between the vehicles, assisting with photographic advice, things like that. But just to show you quickly what it looks like in the vehicle. So as you can see over here, a little cooler box, so that'll be with some drinks inside. Open that up if I can get it open. There we go. Right, ice cold drinks, coldest Tuskers in Kenya. And then we've also got snacks. So because we often stay out a little bit longer than your normal game drive, as you can see, the snacks here have been demolished a little bit. There's usually chips, crisps and nuts and things in here for you to enjoy. Then moving towards the front of the vehicle, there's charging stations there with inverters, so while you're driving you can charge your phone, camera, space here to put your binoculars, some hand sanitizer, sunblock, very important, and also wet wipes. Right guys, so as you can see, lots of space in the vehicles. We've actually taken out the front or the middle row, and the great thing about these vehicles is you can shoot low down here, but you can also stand up at the top, and there's bean bags all around. Super cool, it really works well, and with only 3 people in the vehicle, lots of space for you to move around, and yeah, plenty of room. Okay guys, now the next 2 points I actually wanted to shoot while we were in camp in the Mara, and it actually works out quite well that these 2 points just happen to coincide. But the last 2 points, and these are 2 massive reasons to come visit the Masai Mara and our Wild Mara camp, is first of all our flexibility with game drives, that there's no time limit whatsoever. So hence the fact why I'm shooting this here and not in the Mara. A lot of our days were spent full days out, often doing like 12, 13, 14 hour game drives, just to maximize your time viewing out in the field. So it's not a matter of sort of doing a 3 hour game drive in the morning and then 3 hours in the afternoon. It literally is all animal dependent. So if we're waiting for a crossing, we'll wait there as long as it takes. That's the reason why you've come to the Masai Mara, and we want to make sure that we give you the best possible opportunity to witness those crossings or animals hunting, all those things. So for me, not having a time limit on your game drives is a massive, massive asset, and at the end of the day, we all know the more time you spend out in the field, the better your chances are of seeing something incredible. Okay, and then last but not least, and this goes hand in hand with number 2, is the incredible game viewing that the Masai Mara has to offer. The past 2 weeks that I spent in the Mara was probably the best game viewing I've had in the Masai Mara, and not to say that the other trips have been bad, but this particular trip just gave everything, from river crossings to lions hunting, lion cubs, different sizes of lion cubs, from sort of 5 months old to a couple of weeks old to a week old. So incredible game viewing, and anytime of the year that you go to the Masai Mara, you're almost guaranteed to spend good quality time with incredible sightings, and also a nice variety of animals. From lions, we've had amazing cheetah viewing, and then of course the river crossings and the big herds of wildebeest that are synonymous with the Great Migration at this time of the year, from about sort of July, August, and September, even going into October at times. Like I said, it goes hand in hand with spending out quality time out in the field, and I can guarantee you, any time of the year that you go to the Masai Mara, it's going to deliver something special, and this week was no different. So guys, that is my top 10 reasons to go to the Masai Mara. Like I said, we've been doing this for quite a few years now, and I can guarantee you, just speaking to people that have been to the Masai Mara before, to other camps, you really have to come to the Mara camp because of all these 10 points that I mentioned. It's incredible. It's an incredible experience, and it's something that you definitely won't be disappointed with. And yeah, we look forward to seeing you guys in the Masai Mara in the near future. Thanks for watching, guys, and I hope this gives you a bit of an input on our Mara camp, and also what the Masai Mara as a whole has to offer.